Now, barely 48 hours before the presidential primaries, the New Patriotic Party has taken a desperate step to prevent members from leaving the party if they lose the upcoming elections. They've asked all four aspirants to sign a strict legal commitment. Surely on UpFront tonight, we'll be delving into it as the national party, after the very conversation that's required of them, has done what's supposed to be the best way forward. What they have done, as in the National Council, has succeeded in getting the party to sign a commitment requiring all the candidates to accept the primary election results to promote peace and cohesion, and also to refrain from engaging in acts that do not go in the interest of the party. The other thing they also asked them to do is that if they fail to win the election, they cannot leave the political party. This is a conversation we would want to do with the Director of Elections of the party and also a former Deputy General Secretary joining us in this conversation. Evans Nemakuya, welcome to UpFront.
Pleasure.
Now, let's start from the basis for this decision. Exactly why is this necessary to bond the people to a certain agreement that they are not going to leave the party even if they lose the election?
Thank you very much and good evening to your listeners and viewers. I don't know whether I'm the one you describe as the former General Secretary.
No. Of course, no. I'm actually bringing on Obiri Boahen too. So, yes, please proceed.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, the New Patriotic Party has put in place enough mechanism to ensure that we organize a very successful presidential primary. The party has over 204,144 delegates for this exercise, which include all polling station executives, electoral coordinators, constituency executives, regional executives, up to the National Council. We have external branch members coming as delegates, our foundation members. The essence of this exercise is to communicate to the party rank and file that whatever the outcome of Saturday, 4th November's primary, the New Patriotic Party is focused, united, together with all the alacrity enough to prosecute elections 2024 and come out with the victorious colors. And so the essence of this exercise, under the auspices of the National Council of Elders, witnessed by the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, with a message from former President Mr. J. Akufo, tells you that the New Patriotic Party is ready and has communicated strongly to the party that even the prospective candidates, the presidential candidates, are by themselves united to defend the party's cause. Who can do this honor than they themselves and their rank and file? And so what we sought to communicate, the objective of this exercise is to ensure that the New Patriotic Party is the only entity that will emerge victorious come Saturday. Okay. That is what the party sought to communicate.
Now, is it binding on all the candidates?
The presidential candidates were not coerced. They did so voluntarily. They by themselves, as strong as they are, as honorable as they are, decided to assure the party once again that they and their support base, who are all party members of the party, wishing the party well in all our endeavors towards election 2024, have decided that they will come along the party in its efforts to win election 2024. So you will not see this in any law.
Okay.
You will not see this in any act. But the party has put together an arrangement that has been signed off by all of them. It tells you that they are ready by their words and deeds to support the New Patriotic Party to win elections 2024.
So, Evans, exactly what are you calling this? An agreement, an arrangement, an undertaking? Exactly what wording are you putting to it?
The party has succeeded in bringing together our presidential candidates, our party leadership, those who put together the arrangement seek to ensure that the elections will not bring any division among the party ranks.
Forgive me, but that's the point you've made. I'm just asking, what do you call it? Is it an agreement, an arrangement? Is it an undertaking?
I don't know what that nomenclature would take away from the effort put together by the party to have this done. I would say the Alisa Accord that brought together all the party presidential candidates, the Council of Elders, the president, the former president.
So you call it an accord, right? Please, hold on a second for me. Let me bring in the former Deputy General Secretary, Obiri Boahen, who is a lawyer, into this conversation. Obiri Boahen, this accord, does it have any force of law?
Yeah, why not? This is a political party. Once you agreed in principle to join the political party, you are bound by the do's and then the don'ts. So once you agree to contest as a presidential flag bearer for the party, obviously you are bound by the rules of the game. The party has agreed in principle. A, B, C are the rules of the game.
Sorry, Nana, I'm losing you. Can you speak up a little bit?
Oh, okay. The party, can you hear me now?
That's perfect.
The party, the leadership of the party, in this context, you have the NEC, the National Council, and the election committee, and what have you, we've met, including the President of the Republic of Ghana, all in the name of the new Patriotic Party. So, once that decision has been taken, we are all bound by the decision that they have arrived at. That is all. So, if you are aspirant, you are bound by that decision. As to whether you were present or not, you are bound in principle by that.
Okay, now, I asked whether it's binding and whether it has any force of law because I heard the General Secretary a while ago say that it's just of the value of something that should morally, of some moral suasion. So certainly, the impact is not one of a law or one that has the backing of any law.
I think that the legal profession, it has a backing of, there's something known as by operation of law. An issue will not be explicitly stated, but by operation of law. Like, for instance, Mr. Alan Martin first appended his signature to this agreement or an agreement of this nature. Then, after the special delegates conference, he has told the whole world that he is going to form a political party or is going to go solo, and his symbol is the butterfly. Lawyers will tell you that by operation of law, by inference, by operation of law, he has ceased to be a member of the new Patriotic Party. He has not written to the party that, I'm no longer a member. But by operation of law, legally, he has ceased to be a member of the new Patriotic Party. So, to that extent, by operation of law, he's not bound by the agreement which he appended his signature before the special delegates come. So, these are legal matters. That explains why it's a by operation of law. Sometimes it will not be expressly stated, but by inference, by operation of law, you are all bound by it. It has a legal effect, directly or indirectly. And therefore, once you are going to contest on Saturday, you are bound by that decision taken by the NEC or decision which was arrival.
But can anybody, Nana Obiri Boahen, can anybody prevent, let's say, any of the four from, say, pursuing a matter before the courts of this republic and refusing to accept the results of the election that happened on the day? Have they walled away their rights?
No, that may be a serious abuse of the individual's rights. Constitutionally, under Article 33, fundamental human rights, I have the right. If I'm dissatisfied, I will go to court. So, but that doesn't mean that I'm giving them the bullet. But I'm saying that, look, you've appended your signature to this agreement, which was arrived at this evening. Let's wait after the elections. If you are dissatisfied and aggrieved, you can go to court. But the other side can raise up the issue that, look, you did append your signature to this document. To that extent, this court has been properly invoked, for the court should not give you a hearing. That is also his defense.
Now, because of the explanation that you put on board, I need to explore this further with you. Because the understanding many have is that if you sign this, you have accepted to support the one who wins the election. Now, the argument is that we couldn't restrain Mr. Kyerematen from leaving the party. This agreement, a similar one that was signed, the MOU, whichever one you want to term it, could not restrain Mr. Kyerematen from leaving the party. This is despite the understanding or the misunderstanding that Obiri Boahen put to the conversation around this. Still, Mr. Kyerematen left the political party. So it's much ado about nothing, isn't it?
It is not. It is not. Mr. Kojo Alam Kyerematen agreed in principle that I am a member of this party. I'm going to contest. Now the rules have been set out. He has appended his signature to the rules. Thereafter, for whatever reason, and has organized a press conference and told the whole world that he's going to contest as an independent presidential candidate. And his symbol is the butterfly. By operation of law, be a member of the new Patriotic Party. They are not written to the NPP. But by the mere fact that as a body he has taken a decision that I'm going to contest as an independent candidate. And my symbol will be the butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
Legally, he has ceased to be a member of the new Patriotic Party. And legally, he's no longer a member of the new Patriotic Party. So that is it, like what they signed this evening.
Okay,
yes,
now just hold on a second for me, forgive me. Let me bring in Dr. Richard Amoako, who is with the, he's a political scientist and a former chairman aspirant of the NPP too. Dr. Amoako, you're welcome to UpFront. This undertaking, this is not the first time that's happened though. This MOU that's been termed recently, is it a legal requirement? Is it of any legal effect to your understanding? And is it even necessary in the first place?
Well, they are desperate, but I can tell you it's dead on arrival. Completely dead, because NPP rules and regulations, even NPP's constitution, does not supersede the constitution of Ghana. We have freedom of speech, freedom of association. You can even leave your wife, and maybe later on you change your mind. What about a political party? Is it more important than your wife? No. So you still have your right. If you feel that you've been wrong, go to court. If you go to court and you are vindicated, can they say because you went to court, you are thrown out of party? No. And so all of this, you are right. Might have do about nothing. I'm telling you, let them go to court, see what happens. If anybody challenges it, they will throw all the NPP requirements out.
Now, Obiri Boahen, you've heard Dr. Amoako.
Yes, can you help me?
Yes, sorry, I didn't get your point, sir.
I didn't hear him well.
Okay,
Are you doing it?
Yes.
Nana, I was saying that the requirements MPP just brought out is much ado about nothing, dead on arrival, because the rules and even the constitution of MPP does not supersede the constitution of the country. And every information we get some rules, committee, whatever, must conform to the Constitution of Ghana. It cannot supersede the Constitution. And if you still have freedom of association to leave and come, you can leave your wife and marry her again. How can you not leave your party if you are not satisfied? Even if you are satisfied, you can still say, I don't want it anymore. And nobody can do anything. If they want to suspend you for that, well, the court will decide. Because the party has rules that if you go independent, you are gone. You didn't go independent. You still correctly agreed. That's why you went to court. And the court has vindicated you. Can they throw you out when you have been found right? That's the problem. And so all these last minute rules, it's just desperation. It won't be binding, doesn't mean anything. If you've done right, it is not last minute that you make such rules as if it's a mafia group that you have to tie their hands, don't do this and don't do that. When did we do that? Is it a new thing or the party has been doing this all along when you go to election? What is it?
Yes, Obiri Boahen.
Yeah, I think that he has actually lost the trust of this discussion. He has actually lost the trust of the memorandum which was signed this evening. And he's on a different wavelength altogether. He's on a different wavelength altogether. Look at the definition of a political party. Consider the Hodgson definition, Thomas of Aquino definition, the Makokoko definition, the Kwasidona definition, the Torgerson definition. That's one common trend. A group of people who have come together with a view of attaining the political height.
Who cannot change their mind?
There are rules and regulations.
They cannot change their mind.
They have their do's and then they don't. Now the political party, in her own wisdom, have decided that, look, we are going for a contest on Saturday. These are the rules we set out. All of us, or if we're a contestant or an aspirant, please subscribe. If you are satisfied, put down your signature. Once that is done, you are bound by it. Once that is done, you cannot raise an issue altogether. And that's
wrong.
Hold on.
Sorry, Dr. Makuba, can you give him a second to react? I'll give you
please,
a lot of time.
You can't do that. You can never do that. You must respect the rules of the game. You have authority to talk to rant and rave, insulting the NPP. I think we are the only Ghanaian. If you are no longer the NPP, back out. After all, you'll be raving and then
you are nothing. Don't tell me what to do. Let me tell you that. You are wrong. I'm telling you, you are completely wrong.
As a party,
completely wrong. I'm telling you, you are completely
wrong. Can you, gentlemen, I need the conversation. I need you to. Sorry, Obiri Boahen, I need you to calm down. You had the floor to deliver the point I insist you respond to. And so please do it briefly without having to directly attack him, sir. Well, if it's possible, I can actually get to understand this. So the conversation here is between Obiri Boahen and Dr. Richard Amakuba. We are just trying to find our way around this new undertaking that today the NPP asks is its presidential candidates to sign as in the aspirants for that position. That undertaking, if you like, you can also call it a memorandum of understanding, is the crux of the debate that's between the two gentlemen. They sharply disagree on. Okay, so I can bring in. Sorry, Obiri Boahen, can I hear you now?
Look, let me make this point clear to Dr. Makuba and his co-host. The OPP is sick and tired of characters like Makuba.
So that's forgive me, but that's not the question. Obiri Boahen, that's not the crux of the conversation. As to whether or not this new undertaking is of any proper effect at all, whether it can be implemented like what happened during the Chebatin period. prior to his leaving the party? That's the question, and that's the argument he advanced.
My answer is that Alan Martin has decided to go solo and to contest as an independent candidate. I am saying that legally, you cannot drag him to court. Legally, you cannot drag him to court. Having taken that decision, that is a clear indication that he is no longer a member of the new Patriotic Party. But for you allow Acquah to rave and rant as if NPP depends on the right of
if you will not speak anything anymore,
so okay, Nana, your point is made. Can I now hear from Dr. Acquah? So forgive me, can I hear from Dr. Acquah? Doc.
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
If you append your signature to an illegal document, it's null and void. If you're a lawyer and you don't know that, let me tell you that. If you append your signature, your mother's signature, to an illegal document, it's null and void. Just as good as null and void. So don't give me crap about it. You did, you this, and you that. Is the party yours?
No.
You, all of you didn't know it was yours. You didn't help them. Look at the secretary. He's talking sense. Talking sense. This is why I agreed to say anything, because a young man said the party should not have done what they did. All of you are lying to one side against 9 other countries. What is going on? Is it by chance? Is it normal for everybody to support one person against 9 others? And you are telling me what? Corruption. This is what it is, corruption. And I'll say it again. Corruption. The party is not on. I have seen people taking money. Money, money, money. That's what everybody wants. Money. The party is dead. And this is why people are very upset. You continue. You see what will happen. This weekend, we will begin counting the days left for the party to die because of corruption. And you are doing it again. The national executive has done it. The others have done it now. What is left? Is it a party? Is that how we contest any election? Have we done this before? You tell me.
You have contested. You have contested the national chairman position in times past. Were you asked to sign an undertaking?
No, I wouldn't have. Nobody could tell me to do that either. And he is just talking as if he knows everything. It is wrong. Now he knows it's wrong. I've told him if you have append your signature to an illegal document, it is so wrong. Vis-a-vis Ghana's constitution, what you have brought is illegal. That's what I'm telling you.
Dr. Acquah,
law school, this is what you learn as lawyers.
Doc, the argument from the General Secretary is that it is of moral suasion. This is not a document that's supposed to be seen as a legal document. It's a memorandum of understanding. Does it in any way solve your quandary about this problem?
Look, if he says it that way, it means it's a gentleman's agreement. It is not binding for him to come and tell us this, this, and that. It is not binding. Gentlemen, this is how we are going to do. But if I tell you I agree, and I go on and it changes, do I still have to go along with it? That's what I'm asking. Do I know? If you are dissatisfied, you don't have to go along with it. That's a part of the instrument. If it is a legal document, it is null and void because it's illegal. If you put Ghana's constitution beside it, these rules are illegal. Don't you know that? This simple thing you don't know. You talk. I see you are the ace lawyer. You don't know this.
Now, so what can they do to prevent people from leaving the party?
Do the right thing. Tell the truth. No shenanigans. No crookedness, no bribery, no corruption. I can go on till tomorrow. They've done all of it. And those who are supposed to know better, they don't. Everybody wants money. Crooked, corruption. This is what is going on. I'm in the party, so I hear all the things that are going on.
Now,
don't come and talk to me as if I just came from Timbuktu. I don't know anything that is going on in this party or in this country. You have collapsed the country. You have collapsed the party. Go on and do it. Let's see this weekend. We'll see what will happen.
Okay, Doc, I'll come back to you in a jiffy, but let me bring in Obiri Boahen. Now, Nana, the General Secretary is convinced that what they did with the people is just a memorandum of understanding. And by the memorandum of understanding, it should have only the moral suasion. That is all that he leaves it to. He said it cannot be enforced in any court of law. It cannot be given any effect beyond the moral suasion.
Look, I beg to differ. I am saying that, yes, it is of moral persuasion, but by operation of law, it has a legal binding. Legally, they are all bound by it. Legally, they are all bound by it. Legally, they are all bound by it. So please, what is Akquah's beef? What is his beef? You've been raping and ranking and insulting the NPP members as if you have monopoly.
Sorry. Obiri Boahen, the point I wanted you to explain to me is when you say legally, they are all bound by it. Exactly what is the basis of that claim?
The basis of the claim is that you are a member of the new Patriotic Party. On Saturday, we are going to have the let me use the primaries or elections. You are an aspirant. The rules, as far as the party is concerned, the rules have been set out. Now they've given you the mandate that look through the rules. If you are satisfied, put down your signature. You have done that. You have done that. Then in future, if you want to go to court, I'm saying that look, you can go to court. But you know, the NPP will not even be bothered to raise the defense that because you did append your signature and therefore you cannot go away as it happened in the Kojo. That explains why when raise the argument that NPP can put a block on the path of Alanche Matida. I said, no, you can't do that. Having decided that going to contest as an independent candidate and with a butterfly as a symbol, by operation of law, that's what we lawyers say, by operation of law, something not expressly stated, but by implication, he has ceased to be a member of the new Patriotic Party. That is it. So that what is going to happen on Saturday, after the election, if one party is aggrieved and dissatisfied with the mode of the elections, how the elections was conducted, liberty to go to court, what? It affects him. It is a fundamental human right. And therefore, in Article 33, you cannot insist that by virtue of the fact that you did sign a document, you cannot go to court. That is. So that explains why I said that, look, let's wait after the election. But
okay.
Bank cannot, as it were, create the impression that what they did was bogus and fraudulent with insults left, right, and center. That who is Akquah?
Now, let me get this clarity.
I'm tired of him.
No, Obiri Boahen, this is not about Dr. Akquah. I want clarity on this point too. So if a candidate fails to acknowledge that another candidate has won, which is one of the things they signed up to, what will be the penalty for not doing that?
If a candidate does what?
Fails to acknowledge that another candidate has won, as in refuses to accept the results of the election, which is one of the lines or specific detail of this agreement or memorandum they have signed. What will be the penalty for refusing to accept the elections? The results.
There will be any penalty. The man will seek redress in court. The man will seek redress in court. Okay. Then it is possible that the NPP may raise up that argument. I am not saying that, but it is possible that the NPP may raise up that argument that, you appended your signature to this document, and therefore you are stopped in law from going to court to challenge that you've been. Okay. When you raise that argument, the court will not countenance it, because you see, the man says that there were some irregularities, and the irregularities were so substantial that the irregularities, if you bring them all together, it has affected the votes that he obtained. The court will be prepared, the court will be willing to listen to him. The court will be prepared and ready to listen to him.
My very last question to you, Obiri Boahen. I mean, Dr. Akquah says that instead of these agreements you're asking people to sign, why don't you just do the right thing?
Well, where the right thing means what?
Follow the rules.
Be fair
to all candidates.
the NPP has conducted herself very well right from the word go. And I can assure you that the whole of Africa, for us, it is only the ANC of South Africa that can challenge the new Patriotic Party of Ghana. The whole world. The whole world. I'm sorry, the whole Africa. It is only the ANC of South Africa.
South Africa.
There's a political party that fights.
Okay.
And then there's another political party in Seychelles.
Okay.
I think these are the three political parties that can challenge the new Patriotic Party.
Okay.
Apart from that, look, they have conducted themselves very. So if you want to listen to the characters like Acquah, I am telling you,
but
will not be
would it be fair to describe him as a character? Some decorum is required in this conversation. But
I beg for your interpretation or interference. I was not going to withdraw because you see, if you monitor his utterances,
campaign for our president.
If you monitor his comments and his utterances for the past 1 year.
Sorry, Dr. Acquah, can you hold on a second for me? I'll come back to you in a jiffy.
If you monitor his comments and his utterances for the past 1 year, and consistently he has been raving and ranting and insulting the NPP leadership. That is his problem. NPP will never allow characters like Acquah to be in their midst to destroy the fortunes of the party. He's at liberty to go.
Now, let me bring in Dr. Acquah on this one. The understanding from the former Deputy General Secretary is that, listen, they've been playing by the book all through, and that they have complied with what's expected of democratic institutions. The laws of this country says they should run their internal affairs in a democratic way, and he believes they have done just that. They are a stellar mark on the continent. Yes, Dr. Acquah.
Is it democratic for almost all the MPs to be for one person? Is it democratic for almost all the regional chairmen to be for one person?
What's really wrong with that,
to pay money before people vote for you? Is it democratic to declare your support for one candidate out of 10 in your own party? This is what the secretary himself said. We shouldn't have done that. If we didn't do that, now that Alan has declared independent, we could talk to him. Now, can you go and talk to him? Because you have done wrong. That's why he said we should do the right thing. If a people doesn't know what the right thing, how can he do it? I'm asking just those few questions I have. Ask him. How can you do the right thing when you don't know what the right thing is? You pay money for people to vote for you. You deal with shenanigans and lies. You understand? And you think you can, the party itself, you can direct it for your own interest. And the national chairman, what did they do? And the national council, what did they do? Misconduct going on left and right. They never said anything. They never heard anything. They never saw anything. What is going on here? Is this the party we join? It isn't. That's what I'm telling him. If he thinks it is, maybe he's been agreed or compromised somewhere. I don't know. Everybody has his own agenda. That is what is going on. You know, it's no longer a party. Oh, we are saying all these things. Now, let me tell you something. We live in a country called Ghana. Our brothers are living in the flesh. Do you think it's important for NPP? Look at what our brother went to tell the You don't vote for me. Is that the time to say it? There's an emergency. You see to it first. Even if they don't vote for you, but you're asking, your party people will come and they will vote for them. But no, you don't say anything. That is part of your job. You don't know what your jobs are, all of you. Just talk. Everything is politics, elections, what? You pay money to be voted for. Why? Do the right thing. And if you do the right thing, you don't have to break the head with a hammer or a chisel or anything else. There are people who break it for you. Your performance, this is an abysmal performance by this party, by my party. Let me tell you that. I voted for this president. I worked hard for him. I worked so hard for him. He knows that too. But when things are going wrong, don't just sit there and say, this is my party, so I won't say anything. When your country dies, your party is useless.
In fairness, his accusation is that you rarely have spent quality time attacking everybody within the party.
No, this is 2 years ago. The malfeasance started 3 years ago. Then I should be quiet? For what? I should be quiet? The country is gone down to 2. They don't see it? We have IMF and things are getting worse. We don't see it? Doomstalk, CNN headline. Doomstalk is fully back. Now we have the flood. Nobody speaks about it. I see nothing else happening. People are suffering.
Okay. Dr. Wakuba, the very last question I have for you, gentlemen, is we have 48 hours to the election. Beyond the rules and the conversation we're having there, what do you think are the very characteristics that a delegate should be looking out for in the best candidate to lead the party? Out of the 4, what are the main characteristics that any candidate should be looking out for in his quest to choosing a presidential candidate for the party? Let me start with you.
This answer depends on all things being equal. In Ghana, all things are never equal because money supersedes everything. This is what is going on. And so even if I give you a prediction, it doesn't matter. Money talks. They come to get paid. You understand? All the elections have been involved in. This is what happens. All of this, people pay money. We have a law against vote buying. As if we don't know. Obiri Boahen, is it not going on? Vote buying. It's not going on. Go to Assembly. Just that. Look at it. I have footages here. If you want, I'll send them to you so that you can watch it. What is going on here? Why are you behaving as if you don't know? I support NPP. But when NPP has gone down the tube, I will never stand back and say it's okay. It isn't corruption up to your ears. That is why I speak up.
Now, Obiri Boahen, I can come to you now. The question I'm asking finally is about what should a potential or a delegate be looking out for in choosing the appropriate candidate to lead the NPP into the next election?
Is Bawumia, Dr. Bawumia. The name on the list of every individual is Dr. Bawumia. The name Ghanaians are yearning for after 7th January 2025 is Dr. Bawumia. And look, let me put this on record, that the number of votes that the other candidates, apart from Dr. Bawumia, the other candidates, other aspirants will obtain, the votes that they will obtain, you double it, and you will not have that Dr. Bawumia will get. Mark my words, read my list. Tell Amakuba to listen very well. The votes that Bawumia will get, you divide it into 2. The other aspirants, you aggregate their votes, then you double it. You will not get half of what Bawumia will get. Mark my words, read my list.
Now, I want to believe you, but exactly what's the basis for this, your claim?
Look, I have been with this party since July 1992. I've been with this party since July 1992. I even started with Bawumia for president in 2021. Bawumia for president in 2021. I've gone through a number of constituencies in this country. I've worked for Dr. Bawumia. I've done it for Dr. Bawumia at my own expense. And I'm saying it. Read my list and mark my words. The votes that Bawumia will get on Saturday, the other opponents, if you put down their votes, total votes, double it, they will not get half the votes that Bawumia will get. I am telling you, I am a thoroughbred NPP man. And Bawumia is the man. Bawumia is the future president. Bawumia is coming after Saturday. He is going to be the leader of the new patriotic party. Inshallah.
You gentlemen, unfortunately, we need to wrap up this conversation. Dr. Makuba, party words before we go. Your expectations are before the Saturday event. Your expectations on that day?
Oh, the thing is a done deal. He has told you He's going to get a lot of the votes because he has more money. This is all about money. I've told you our elections are auctions to the highest bidder. And that is what is going on. What is the record of Bawumia for you to be able to talk like that? You personally, Obiri Boahen, if you support him, it's okay. You support him, if it's okay. But not in official capacity. As an MP who, leaders of the party, now all of you go to one side, is it a normal thing? What about the others? Are they going to be happy? Maybe Bawumia would have won already. So what if he's so popular? Why don't you compete fair and square? Why all these shenanigans? Why? Why have you all ganged up or ganged in for him? If you still say he is that popular, what is going on here? It makes no sense. Look, I'm going to tell you something. Bawumia was my friend. You understand? Maybe more than you, even though you say you are a campaign manager for him. But when I see wrong, I see. When I see insincerity, I see it. When people are doing wrong in your name, for you, I see it. And you, if you have integrity, you have to stop them. Because they are doing it in your name. They are doing it for you. You understand?
Gentlemen, I am grateful to you, Dr. Acquah, and also grateful to you, Obiri Boahen, the former Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, and also to the Director of Elections and also research of the party, Evans Makuda I spoke to earlier. That's where we end today's edition of UpFront. Many thanks to you for watching.